Here is the oyster mushroom mycelia that I've been growing from this previous flush of wild oyster mushrooms that I found. We're going to take this and I'm going to try to transfer it into a bucket so that we can grow some mushrooms. I think I almost let this sit for too long. It's been growing for 3 weeks or so. However, I do think we're going to be okay. I think it still looks good. Now, first thing I'm going to want to do, I've got this bucket. It's been sitting outside. I've used it before for a different video where I cut a hole in the top of it. We'll take care of that in just a minute. But right now, I need to sanitize this bucket, and I'm going to do that using some alcohol. I'm going to pour quite a bit of alcohol in here. Isopropyl alcohol. Hope I don't have any cuts on my hand. You don't want to get straight over the bucket too much. Those fumes. A little bit, especially the underside. Turn this over. We're going to let that dry out. Next thing I want to do is start cutting up the cardboard into some smaller squares. I'm just using round cardboard. I have a little bit of it. I also have a few of these cardboard egg crates. Egg crates are pretty easy. Some brown paper from Christmas wrapping stuff. Throw that in there. Apparently, from what I've read, oyster mushrooms are fairly easy to grow. They grow on trees, so they're able to digest cellulose and lignin and things like that. So they should be able to get most of the nutrients they need from the cardboard, I hope. Not like that, maybe. Next thing I want to do is sanitize this cardboard, and it also needs some moisture. We don't want to just let the bucket dry. Got some water heated up here. This is actually a big turkey roaster. Pack my cardboard in there. Let it absorb some of that nice hot water. And I think this is all we're going to be able to fit in there for right now. So we're going to let this sit and cook for about 15-20 minutes, something like that. And then we'll take this out, let it cool, and put the rest of it in and let that sanitize. In the meantime, we've got a bucket to destroy. So I'm going to drill holes all throughout this bucket. I'm going to use about a 1/2 inch drill bit. I'm going to probably drill a hole about every couple of inches all the way around the bucket, and then I'll work my way down. I'll probably kind of stagger them. The holes will serve a couple of purposes. First of all, we want air to be able to get into the mycelia. We want them to be able to breathe and get fresh air and get rid of CO2 and all of that stuff. They'll also allow any excess moisture to kind of work their way out. I'm not going to kind of wring the cardboard out just too much, I don't think. I think we'll be able to get rid of the moisture through the holes. And finally, when it is time for the mushrooms to start pinning, they'll be able to come out through those holes, and we'll get our clusters of mushrooms on the side of the bucket, hopefully. What we have. And we've given the cardboard plenty of time to cool off, I think. We're going to start loading it into the bucket. We're going to do a layer of cardboard followed by a layer of our spawn, our cardboard spawn here. And then another layer of cardboard spawn. We're just going to keep stacking it until we run out of cardboard. And in addition to the cardboard spawn that I have there in the plastic bag, I still have some of these bags that have been sitting in the refrigerator. These are the mushrooms from when I very first picked them. And as you can see, they have some mycelium growing on them as well. Here you can see it growing through the bag. So we may use some of this to fill in our bucket if we need to. I'm going to wring this cardboard out a little bit as I pick it up. I want it to the point where, probably about there, where if I squeeze it, well, that's still too much. I want it to the point where when I squeeze it, I just get a few drops of water coming out of it. So that's probably good. I'll drop this into the bucket. Nice little layer to cover the bottom there. Try that. And we'll open up our bag of cardboard spawn. It actually smells really good. Take some of this out. Here. We'll use this to cover that first layer. And I'm going to tear this into pieces. Just kind of spread it through it. Spread it around on that bottom layer there. Cardboard spawn did really well. Penetrated throughout every layer of cardboard that I had there. It's stuck together really nicely. Okay. Now another layer of cardboard. And another chunk of our spawn. Push that down a little bit, make sure it all comes in contact with the mycelia that we already have growing. So that was it for the spawn that we had in the plastic bag. I think I'm gonna try something though. As you can see, there's still quite a bit of mycelia stuck to the inside of the bag. So I think I'm gonna put some more cardboard in there and see if it will start to regrow. Just out of curiosity. Good. Close that back. Part most of the way anyway. And we'll close that back. Just leave a little bit of a breathing hole for it. And now I'm going to start using some of the old mushrooms that I've had sitting in the refrigerator. These also have some mycelia growing on them, but they've gotten a little bit dry. So I'm hoping that once I put them in this bucket with some of the nice moist cardboard, this mycelia will take off again, and this will work. Now we'll drop in some of the old mushrooms. Hopefully this is okay to do. I don't know. And this is probably going to be the last layer that I put. This will be the top. I did leave myself just a little more cardboard here because I still had some mushrooms in some bags. So I think I'm going to try and get myself another gallon Ziploc baggie started, just in case this experiment fails. Maybe I'll have a little bit of mycelia left to start again with. So we're going to take a gallon Ziploc bag, and I want to make sure I sanitize it. Just going to pour in a little bit of alcohol, not a whole lot. All that around. Let the alcohol do its thing. And before I add in the cardboard or anything else, I need to make sure that I get all this alcohol evaporated. So give me just a second. I'm going to dump this out. I'm going to wave the bag around like crazy and let all that alcohol evaporate away. Be right back. Alright, now that we've got the bag all sanitized and dry, I'm going to add in the cardboard. And we'll toss in a few chunks of pollinated mushrooms. You can see the mycelia growing there. These have dried up in the refrigerator, so I think it's kind of inhibited the growth of the mycelia. I think once we give it some moisture and give it a good habitat to grow in, it should take off again. Put that around in there. Plenty of it. Alright, let's see about that. And I think for some of the rest of these, I might even try another experiment. Let's take another paper bag, just a brown paper bag, and I'm going to shove it full of, so I've got the brown paper bag with more pollinated mushrooms. Let's just shove this over here. And we're just going to spritz this down a little. This is water that I keep sitting around all the time, so it should be pretty much dechlorinated. I'll let this bag down. Just see what happens with that. And now to take care of this pesky hole in the lid, I think we're going to try to fix this little problem with another paper bag. I think that'll work. Here. This is duct tape. Problem solving right here. Now, but I think this will work. I think this will give it a nice, fair, visible covering. Dry cardboard, so there's not a lot else to be growing on. So here we are, we've got 4 different experiments to watch for, starting with this bucket. Hopefully the way this is going to work, within about 3 or 4 weeks, the mycelia that we inoculated the bucket with is going to spread throughout all of the cardboard there, so we have a nice column. Hopefully later on, next time I open the bucket, we'll be able to see all of that white fuzzy mycelia covering the entire top of the bucket. And then we'll be able to remove the lid, we'll set it somewhere maybe outside where you can set it there, and hopefully it will be in out of these holes. We'll see. I don't know, I've never tried it. Next, we're going to try to reuse the bag that the cardboard is on out of it. Cut the inside of the bag, put the cardboard in there, and maybe the transfer. Who knows? I took some of the old dry mushrooms, but again, they had mycelia growing on them, and I'm putting in some nice cardboard. I'm hoping that the mycelia will be able to spread on the cardboard right at the end. And what the heck? I still had several bags of old dry mushrooms. They can grow on this kind of medium, so I don't know. We'll just spray it down, watch for it, and see what happens. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're interested in finding out how any of these 4 experiments turn out, be sure to ring that notification bell so you'll know when to be back for more daily, sustainable living.